Good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to my channel. In this session I will be discussing about the megasporogenesis and development of female gametophyte. In my last session I completed up to the pollen grain and also development of male gametophyte and all about pollen I completed in my last session. So in this session I will be discussing about megasporogenesis, what is female gametophyte and development of female gametophyte and structure of embryo sac or female gametophytes. Okay, so let's go ahead with first what is a megasporogenesis and what is the source of megaspore. So we have just discussed what is the nucellus. Nucellus is called as megasporangium. Integumented megasporangium will be the ovule. Megasporangium is called as nucellus. So one of the cells of nucellus. So in the development of embryo sac, or we know embryo sac is also called as a female gametophyte. So first cell, one of the cell of nucellus, it acts as a source for development of female gametophyte. So let us see what is the sequence of this development. So first, nucellus. We know nucellus is a nutritive tissue and it is diploid in nature. And one of the cells, nucellus may have hundreds of cells, but only one cell will function as a megaspore mother cell. But before that, it is called as archisporial cell. It is called as archisporial cell. Before that, it is called as archisporial. So one of the cell which is called as archisporial cell, this archisporial cell will undergo one mitotic division. It will undergo one mitotic division to form two cells. One is called as a parietal cell and another one is called as a sporogenous cell. Parietal cell and sporogenous cell. This division is a mitotic division. So here both the cells will be diploid. Normally parietal cell will not divide further, but if it divides, parietal cell can develop into nucellus. So this happens where in case of teninucellate ovules, the parietal cell may divide. Because in teninucellate there are very little amount of nucellus present. So this parietal cell may also contribute for the nucellus. Now, sporogenous cell, which is diploid cell, this cell will directly function as megaspore mother cell. This will directly function as megaspore mother cell. Now let us see megaspore mother cell. So in a diagrammatically I am going to show. So suppose this is a nucellus, this is a ovule and the entire inner part is called as a nucellus. And now one of the cell of nucellus is called archisporial cell which divides to form sporogenous and parietal. Normally parietal cell will be towards outside. Sporogenous cell will be towards inside. So this is the parietal cell and this is the sporogenous cell. Parietal cell, as I told, if it divides, it forms the nucellus. Sporogenous cell will directly function as megaspore mother cell. Now this megaspore mother cell will undergo meiosis. When this undergoes meiosis, it forms 4 megaspores. So in the next diagram, we can show it in this manner. Only sporogenous cell will divide, and this sporogenous cell, when it divides, it forms how many? 4 megaspores. It forms 4 megaspores. And these 4 megaspores are linearly arranged. The 4 megaspores are linearly arranged. So this one will divide and now these 4 megaspores linearly arranged. Out of the 4, the 3 towards micropylar end will degenerate. So 4 megaspores are formed and 3 towards micropylar end. Micropylar end will degenerate. 3 towards which are towards micropellar end will degenerate, and only one remains functional. So which one remains functional? One towards chalazal end, one towards chalazal end, one towards chalazal end remains functional. So that is called as a functional megaspore. So what is the position of functional megaspore? Functional megaspore is towards the chalazal end. This is called as a megasporogenesis. That is up to formation of megaspores. We know there are 4 haploid megaspores are formed, but only one is functional. And embryo sac is formed from that functional megaspore. And that embryo sac which is formed from only one functional megaspore, it is called as a monosporic embryo sac. This type of embryo sac is called as monosporic embryo sac. What is monosporic? If it is developed from only one functional megaspore. Now let us see what are all the divisions taking place from this one functional megaspore. So we will start it from the megaspore. Starting from the megaspore. So this is one functional megaspore having haploid nuclei. You know, megaspores are all haploid, so it has haploid nuclei. And this one and other 3 degenerate. This is how it can be shown, which are degenerating. So these 3 are degenerating megaspores, and one which is functional, one which is functional will now undergo first mitotic division, and it will form 2 nuclei. Always initially the megaspore will undergo free nuclear divisions. Free nuclear divisions is only nucleus will divide without the wall formation. Wall formation will take place towards the end. So only nucleus will divide without the wall formation. So this is first mitotic division, 2 nuclei formed. After second mitotic division, 4 nuclei are formed. 2 will be towards micropellar end, the other 2 will be towards chalazal end. Then this will undergo third mitotic division also. And after third mitotic division, it is going to form 4 nuclei. 4 nuclei, 8 nuclei total. 4 will be towards micropellar end, the other 4 will be towards the chalazal end. And after this, so it has undergone 3 generations of mitotic division. And after that there is no division, but there is only rearrangement of nuclei. So how are these nuclei rearranging? One nucleus from each end will migrate towards the center. One nucleus from each end will migrate towards the center. So now the nuclear distribution will be, 3 towards the micropellar end, other 3 towards the chalazal end, and 2 will be at the center. 2 will be at the center. At this stage, 2 at the center. At this stage, it is called as a complete embryo sac or a mature embryo sac. Now, after this, there is a cell wall formation. Cell wall formation takes place. Now, after cell wall formation, cell wall is formed around the first 3 nuclei which are towards micropellar end, and the other 3 nuclei which are towards the chalazal end. So 6 nuclei they are covered by these cell walls, and the entire central portion will form one cell. So finally it is going to form 7 cell and 8 nucleate embryo sac. 7 celled and 8 nucleate embryo sac. So this type of embryo development, embryo sac development, it is called as a monosporic embryo sac. Monosporic because it is formed only from one functional megaspore, and this is called as also polygonum type of embryo sac. because it was first observed in Polygonum. So this is also called as Polygonum type of embryo sac. There are other types also. Like bisporic embryo sac and tetrasporic embryo sac. So let us briefly discuss about them. So what is bisporic and tetrasporic embryo sac? So bisporic embryo sac, where there are two functional megaspores. If there are two functional megaspores, then it is called as a bisporic embryo sac. So since there are two functional megaspores, it starts from here. The division will start from here. So two functional megaspores will remain. This is found in allium. It is observed in allium. So here the two nuclei which are formed, they are genetically similar. The two nuclei will be genetically similar because they are developed from the same. So two nuclei which are formed, from where are they formed? They are formed from the one functional megaspore. One functional megaspore means one nucleus. Two nuclei. See, out of the four megaspores, two will be, if there are two are functional, then we call it as a bisporic embryo sac. So in bisporic embryo sac, what can we say since it is formed from two nuclei? The two nuclei are genetically different. The two nuclei are genetically different because the two nuclei are genetically different because they are formed as a result of meiosis. That's why we say the two nuclei are genetically different. Now the next type is called as tetrasporic embryo sac. So in tetrasporic embryo sac, all four megaspores are functional. Then it is called as a tetrasporic embryo sac. All four megaspores will be functional. So here all four megaspores are genetically different. Like for example, this is found in some succulents like peperomia. Another example, plumbago. So, but out of this, most common type is the monosporic embryo sac. So this is what we have done about the type of the or development of embryo sac. So here few objective questions we can expect, that few things like I am going to discuss some 2 or 3 objective questions which can be expected here. So first objective question, first thing, so this we have done up to what is development of 7-celled 8-nucleate embryo sac. Whatever may be the type, bisporic or tetrasporic, finally only one embryo sac will be formed. So just 2 or 3 typical questions first I will discuss. So first question you may get is arrangement of nuclei during development of embryo sac. Arrangement of nuclei during development of embryo sac. That is how this nuclei arrangement takes place. So we can say first it is starting with 1, then it is becoming 2, so 1 plus 1, then it is becoming 4, so 2 plus 2, then it is becoming this 4, 2 plus 2, 4, then third division, so it is becoming 4 plus 4, 8. Finally it is changing to 3 plus 2 plus 3. So this sequence we can give regarding arrangement of nuclei. Okay, that is one we can get. Then next thing we can get is sequence of different cells during the development. Second question you can get is sequence of cells during Sequence of cells during development of embryo sac. During development of embryo sac. So what is the sequence we can give? First we can start from archisporial cell. First cell we can start is archisporial cell. What is its next changing to sporogenous cell? Archisporial cell forms the sporogenous cell. From sporogenous cell it is megaspore mother cell. From megaspore mother cell it is megaspore. From megaspore embryo sac is formed. Megaspore embryo sac. So this megaspore is considered to be the first cell of the embryo sac. Megaspore is also haploid, embryo sac is also haploid. So megaspore is considered to be the first cell of the embryo sac. This is another typical question regarding sequence we can get. Then other type of question which is expected is about the meiotic and mitotic divisions. Other type of question can be expected here. The third type of question is about meiotic and mitotic divisions. Meiotic and mitotic divisions during formation of embryo sac. You know, it starts from one megaspore mother cell. So therefore there is first one meiotic division. There is one meiotic division. And there are three generations. There are three generations of mitotic division. There are three generations of mitotic division. And altogether 8 nuclear form. So total number of mitotic divisions we can give 7, because we can understand like this. Suppose this is one megaspore. It undergoes first division and forms 2 nuclei. These 2 nuclei will simultaneously undergo division and they form 4 nuclei. So here there are 2 mitotic divisions. There are 2 mitotic divisions. And these will again undergo division. So altogether here there will be total of 8 nuclear formed and here 4 mitotic divisions. So here total of we get 7 mitotic divisions. So there is 1 meiotic division, 3 generations of mitotic and 7 mitotic divisions. Altogether out of these divisions, what are the cells formed? There are 2 synergids formed. 2 synergids formed. 1 egg cell is formed. And 1 central cell is formed. And 3 antipodals are formed. 3 antipodals. So these are the different cells formed as a result of these divisions. Now based on this, any number of cells can be changed and you may get any type of numerical questions. So this is what today I have discussed about megasporogenesis, development of embryo sac and types of developments and what are the objective questions expected. So with this, students and my dear subscribers, I just conclude my video. In my next video, I am going to discuss in detail about structure of embryo sac and what is its importance and functions. Okay, that's all for now. Have a good day. Please like, share and subscribe to the maximum extent. Thank you very much.